Ronaldo Hoffman here with Gear It First, getting everything ready for the 2020 Namm show. So Global Trust brought me out here, so I'm definitely super excited. And Namm's an interesting show. You know, it's a National Association of Music Merchants. The rest of you know it as not available until mid-March, or not available maybe May. But there's a lot of changes that are very slowly happening. You know, we are on the live event side, which is not what we call the sexy side of Namm, just in the sense that everybody's, you know, there for the musical instruments and all the production gear as far as studio production. And live event is just getting a bigger and bigger representation. It's changed quite a bit, but this year you're going to see companies like MA. You know, aside from the usual players like ADJ, Chauvet, Elation, Global Trust, there are some different companies out there. You know, you're going to see Altman there. Again, I said you're going to see MA. Ultratech is there. Oh my goodness, there was another couple like really unique companies that I'm like, oh, Ducklights, which is a pretty interesting concept, which you wouldn't think would be at National Association of Music Merchants. So that's slowly changing, you know, and we'll see what happens in the next few years as the show gets more defined. Of course, you've got Yamaha absolutely doing their thing, just really taking over, bringing a whole bunch of big acts. You've got the whole Marriott, is it Marriott? Yeah, the whole Marriott to themselves. So this video is the walkthrough, and it's before the show starts, you know, and it's still nice and quiet. Sorry, I'm tired. It's before the show starts. It's going to be nice and quiet, so you'll get a chance to see a little bit of what's going on there. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go. All right, so we're going to take a quick walk through the booths here, and I'm an idiot that completely forgot their microphone cable, so I need to real quick grab an aux cord, an 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch. How you doing? Now, if you are a musician, this is a dream come true. If you are a DJ, there is no advantage of going over this show versus a place like DJ Expo, for example, because there's not that many DJ companies here. You know, even if you're in production, okay, you could say there's a little bit more, but only so much. There are so many different speaker companies and live mix studio, you know, live audio companies and such as well. The one issue with the way that the whole showroom or exhibit hall is laid out this year is that none of the like companies are next to each other. So if you want to check out, you know, one in-ear headphone, let's say Ultimate Ears, and then if you want to check out 64 Audio, you have to almost walk to the other side of the exhibit hall. This is cool. Synth-based talk boxes. Oh, it's even got the tube. That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna have to come out. I want to see what it looks like or what it sounds like in person. That's pretty neat. We got some analog input and output Dante converters.
like today, start working. Check around.
And there's Roland. I don't know if now Roland is distributing V-Moda, but it sure looks like they are. You'll just see V-Modas at every turn. Plus, the big takeaway is that it says Roland V-Moda. And then this sexy little piano right here. Which begs the question, is the baby grand shell really necessary on a digital piano? The DJ booth is pretty dope. Showing off two techs with their controller in there. But the actual booth itself looks really nice. Looks like it's got room in there for a microphone even, and your accessories, and a lot of room for activities. The DJ 707M right here. Some of the new V-Moda plates you can see there. Well, it's a little quiet. Obviously, I'm going to just kind of focus on walking quickly by the booth, seeing if there's anything cool. But obviously, once the show starts, I'll try to show up and get things in action. Reloop. Let's see if there's anything new from Reloop here. Got some traditional turntables. The Mix Tour. Little portable all-in-one mixer, mapping out at $249.99. It works with your Mac PC, Android, and iOS. And you've got the Reloop controller for the iPad. And this one, I guess, works. Yeah, they all work with either iOS or Android. This one doesn't say anything about being compatible with iOS or Android, but there is an iPad mount, so I'm guessing there must be. This is Reloop's Elite Mixer. Looks very similar to the S9. It's got the NF faders on them. Oh man, you can really tell it's got the NF faders. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that feels much nicer than the Mag fader even. So that feels great. No paddle, so I'm used to the paddles at this point, but you've got your level, def, your BPM for your control for your FX. I'm guessing that's your preview. Yeah, sure enough. So that's similar to the S9, where you can preview from one to the other that way, versus using PFL buttons. That took some time to get used to, but. And then this is the 8000 MK2. Buttons are a little different. Feels like it's, the issue with the other buttons is that if I accidentally hit one of these, sometimes I hit two at the same time. These are a little more separated because you don't have the start-stop button on either side, which was honestly a waste of space. You can use these for pitch bend. I don't know if you can do that on the regular Reloop, because they updated the firmware, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Very nice. Only coming in at $6.99 map. And of course, they got into the whole portable turntable here. Theirs has the 45 little adapter on it, Bluetooth pairing, aux in, volume. You can do your control your pitch that way. Very nice. And then we've got Hercules over here. I think people don't give enough credit to Hercules for being like one of the first super popular portable DJ controllers, or just let alone DJ controller. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take a look at Pioneer here. Obviously showing the S9. Absolutely no updates for that. I know a lot of people kept saying that there's a S9 Mark II. Sure doesn't look like it. We have the new XDJ XZ. The XDJ X. Wait. So the X. Oh, I guess, yeah, they're just showing two different ones. I'm like. XDJ RR. Much smaller in size there. Their new DJM V10. This thing is much bigger in person than it looked like in the press release. And again, with the mag faders, the mag vel. Yeah, there's definitely a difference between the NO fader and the mag vel. There are DJS 1000 that I've yet to really see anybody use, at least out in the real field. It's a great looking unit. Haven't had a chance to play with it, but it's one of those I have not seen a lot of them being used. So if you have, please leave it in the comments below. Would love to see videos of somebody besides the Pioneer guys demoing it out. The PLX 1000, aka you could have just bought the re-loop and had more features for the same price. I know there's some shade there, right? One of the cool things the Pioneer is doing, which obviously don't have it set up right now, but they actually have their booth here connected to Show Control, which is I'm going to call it a time code translator. It's the easiest way to describe it in a couple of seconds there. Going to Arkeo's Track VJ. So as you're mixing back and forth, that connects directly with Arkeo's and has full control of the visuals, allowing you to make sure the BPM of the visual, the BPM of the music matches perfectly the whole time. Let's take a look at Odyssey for a second here. They have their new like the Flight Effects style case called the FFX, I guess 2F 2636BL. That's super easy to remember. I'm sure there's a more common name they have for it. This one's one that I really like. So this guy basically opens up. This is made for the Yamaha CL5 series. You can see actually there, branded with Yamaha CL5. Opens up. It's got your gator style arm on there. It has the full just shelf racking, everything in there. It is not a cheap unit, but again, it's not for a cheap board either. Hoping to maybe see some stuff like that related for the DJs. And actually, while we're on this side, let's look over here at a couple of the other stuff they have. So they've got rolling cases now. They have them in the soft and hard shells. And of course, I should have taken advantage of the fact that I'm an exhibitor, so I could have bought these. I did not know they had these available. And sure enough, had a chance, or I missed out on being able to buy some of these, which, damn it. But That's pretty damn dope. All right, let's continue on over here. So we've got AudioFly in-ear monitors, and again, nowhere near where the other in-ear monitor company is, which is not next to the other. That's one of the dumbasseries, I guess, of how they aligned this show out. Tectonic showing super flat speakers. Sounds like back in the days of Martin Logan. We'll do a quick walkthrough later on showing you the new Global Truss booth, but it's a massive one this year, as you can see, showing off all of the plated trussing, the new 20.5 inch. We've got Eliminator with a couple of the new lights, and we'll go over that in a little bit too as well. I'm sure you guys have seen different variations of these lights. They're coming in at a much more affordable price. Basically, they have the RGB with the outside LEDs, but they also have an all white, still with the multicolor LEDs, pixel mappable. So we'll come back and take a look at the show and everything while he's just setting up more cues. And then we've got Elation, showing off their Proteus series. The NX4. Hey, how are you doing, sir? And the NX2. Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
And the new Obsidian Netron units, which are really dope, including some of the ArtNet recording functionality. You've got the NX Touch. And the NX Swing. And their new Magmatic series, including the Magma Fan 1, the Thermator 600, it's an oil cracker, the Prime, and then IP65 rated True UV, plus the driver that they have for the smaller UV fixtures. Over in the ADJ booth, showing off quite a bit. One of the things that I've been looking at is a new Encore Pro series, particularly this unit, which is really going to help you out with the beauty pageants that we've been working with. You have your red, green, blue, white, amber, lime, and then your master dimmer. So you're going to get those really nice true whites, the dynamic whites, and that lime LED is really going to help out. We have the Hydro series over here. Hola. So we'll come back once the booth is up and running and such. And also now they are making lenses in various degrees. So we'll take a look at that for just a second so you guys can take a look. On the Encore there is a 26, there's a 14. They got them down to 50. And I believe this one might be a 10. Why can't I see it here? Yep, 10 degree lens. So that's going to give you a lot more flexibility for those events too. So we'll come back and take a look at that in just a little bit. Here is 64 audio. which I've heard really good things about as well. So we'll come back and look at that one as well here. Pro X showing off some of their new cases. That one is, how you doing? Good seeing you, long time. So this one is one of the cases similar to the Odyssey one for the CL5. This one is geared more towards DJs, completely opens up, and it's got your case and everything ready for your controller, turntables, etc. and whatnot. So we'll come back once that's opened and ready to go. Whose booth is this? Oh, this is Innofaders. So they've got the infinity faders now showing off here. And also Glowtronics with their UV reactive or glow-in-the-dark slip mats, as well as some of their custom work. There's Mixware showing off the Nova Pro. They're deck savers, which, you know, are a staple in almost every nightclub at this point. And then, of course, Phase. Showing off the new integration with Serato. Now, of course, it's the exclusive alpha version, so it is laggy. I don't care what anybody says, but it is an alpha. I do find it interesting that they are showing an alpha hands-on. That's very different in most shows, so they're showing it off here with the Mixar's turntable and the Rain 72. Got Magma over here, and I think I accidentally skipped Jetpacks because I just saw Jetpack bags a second ago. They have a brand new bag, pretty dope looking.
But how is that going to work time-wise? I don't think we can do it tonight. But I'll order all the product.
Let's go take a look real quick at the. Hang on one second, I just want to see what that. Okay. Let's go and take a look over here. They've got Techniques. And the new SL 1200 or newish MK7. Paired up there with the S9. We're gonna later come back to the Jetpack booth. Yo, this booth has been like slammed full of DJs. They've been working with Beat Junkies and just a lot of attention over at this booth. So we're gonna come back and check out some of their new bags, including one of their new rolling bags, which looks to be right there. I'm gonna have to get my hands on that at some point because I do like the new rolling bag they have. This is actually the one that I currently have. Actually, I have the bigger version of this one. I love it. Not as big as that one though.
It goes, but I find myself adjusting it to a little bit of pressure. It's not like the technique work. Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
and Epson. How you doing? And then, of course, you guys know my favorite effects company, Ultra Tech. Radiance Hazer, you know, that's one machine I don't think they're ever going to update. Not that they need to, but definitely a good look. That's one of my absolute favorite machines and best investments in our company. Then you've got Chauvet, showing the Freedom Charge box there, their new Freedom Gobo IP, some of their new wedges. And it looks like the E series is out.
Oh, you went back and got him already?
And the itty bitty Freedom Q1Ns. And then there's Chauvet Pro showing off some of their wireless stuff.
You got a meter?
Then Antari is here. Antari showing off some of their true UV fixtures. Hazers, foggers. The M9 stage fogger right here. CH1. Z350. You guys know that's a staple in so many nightclubs as well. Continuing on. So we've got this company here called Reliable Design, but it looks like they did the Tommy Lee circular drum coaster here from a couple of years back, or I guess a couple tours back rather. No, if you remember like the old Motley, it was like 2 or 3 tours ago where Tommy Lee was in the center and the whole drum was going upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh. That's what that is.
Yeah, they need somebody.
You're gonna do that though. You're gonna be on there. That's cool right there.
Oh yeah. Got some rigging hardware here, the harnesses. Let's see what else. Galaxus wireless firing. It's dark now. What the hell? Okay, now this is all the generic ones, but there are some absolute gold here, and I mean that both in a good and bad way. Y'all about to see. You guys can make that decision for yourself. Here we go. Oh, they're all closed yet, so we'll have to come back when they're all open. There's like a little light up cat. There's a little light up boy that keys. So that's a thing. That's interesting. J-Maz Lighting, just getting their stuff all set up. We'll come back and check out Mr. Gonzalez's show. We have OFX They've been showing a series of different types of CO2 blasts and all, so I'll definitely come back to that one, see what they're all about. Swiss on. Fireworks and stage effects. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing good.
Heck yeah. Come back over. We'll blow something up, man.
I'm all about that.
Hell yeah.
On room here, but we're gonna come by tomorrow and check out the Gravity stuff. Guys, they got some really cool products. You know I'm a huge fan of Gravity and everything that they have. But one of the really neat things here is that they now have a telescopic, well, not telescopic, I mean adjustable speaker adapter. So you can see here, there it is on top of the tripod. But now you can angle your speaker. So if your speaker does not have the variable angle holes in them, you can do that. But that's gonna have a lot more use than just speakers as well. So we'll come back, we'll take a look at them. The show is about to start. I'll try to have this uploaded and edited for you guys to be able to at least watch immediately the next day. And then give me a couple days and we'll upload more stuff. I still even have stuff from LDI that I haven't a chance to fully upload. So it's been absolutely busy, but I am doing the best that I can. So I'll hit y'all up in a bit. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Gear It First, honest reviews, incredible gig logs, lots of tips and tricks, and more tutorials than any other YouTube channel. I guarantee it or your money back.